Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. A few of the subscribers here have made me aware of this descending wedge in which Ethereum has been moving basically since the 13th of August, 14th of August. So descending wedge would normally be considered a bullish pattern. Normally I don't put too much emphasis on patterns because patterns don't really exist in Elliott Wave. I still mention them from time to time because sometimes you can very interestingly see how Elliott Wave patterns work very nicely together with more traditional patterns actually. But this is one that I wanted to make you aware of because a descending wedge is a fairly reliable pattern. I see them break out most of the time to the upside. It is just what it is. They don't always, of course not, but most of the time they indeed break out to the upside because this indicates that the downtrend is slowing down. It typically indicates a corrective wave pattern to the downside, which means the impulse should be following to the upside. So I just want to make you aware, and thanks for everybody who made me aware. That also explains why Ethereum broke down today so quickly from here, because it was exactly the point where we reached that resistance level at $1,600. Quite interesting, yeah. And you can see it's actually a very, very clean, no overlaps or anything. So it's a very clean descending wedge, yeah. You don't have to cut through any candle bodies or anything. So just wanted to make you aware. That would indicate that at some point here we would, with the highest likelihood, break to the upside. This is the Elliott Wave scenario, of course. Yeah, we talked about a local bottom possibly being in here, somewhere in that region. I think that is still the scenario that we can follow. I must admit today I got sweating today as well with this decline, and to be honest, this could still develop into something more bearish. Yeah, very, very clearly. But so far we can count 5 waves to the upside here. And yeah, and this could already be the wave B. It could be the wave B already. So the 5 waves up in the primary scenario I would see as a wave A. This could indeed have been the wave B, judging by the retracement area here that was reached, actually even undercut a little bit. And I'd now be on the lookout for the wave C to the upside here. Yeah. This is sort of what I'm waiting for, and an impulsive move above this area at 1605 would indicate that that bottom here is in at 1475. Yeah, so at the moment we can carefully assume that it is in, because the increase after that has been quite positive, but real evidence will only be obtained here above 1605 that this low was in, okay? And then we would be looking at 5 waves up into this larger wave B area that's still sitting between 1820 and 1920. We might, let me just calculate, it might go a bit lower, to be honest. It depends. Yeah. So if this here was already the wave A really, and this was the wave B, then we'd rather be looking now, if we look at an ideal target for the wave C, that would be the 1.618 extension, that would be at 1771. So let me just move that target range down a little bit. So we have to already assume that possibly here at 1771 we will find stiff resistance. So just need to be aware of that in terms of any profit taking. If you bought anywhere here, I've got a bit of a problem with that decline today, that it was very, very strong, very, very strong. So we need to be on the lookout. At the moment, everything, we can still entertain the current scenario, of course. Yeah. Nothing suggesting that this scenario here today, where we expected the bottom here, the high here, yeah, and we came down into my reversal area here. Yeah, we moved out of a little bit, but now we've recovered. We now need to hold that low. That's the thing. We need to hold the 1474 level. If we don't, I mean, it wouldn't necessarily be a major problem, but then the retracement would be quite strong. I mean, you can see here that we already pulled back today to the 61.8% fib level. Yeah, we could go a bit lower. But at some point then it will just get very unlikely that this still is just a corrective move. So at the moment, until we really go above this 1605 level, nothing there as evidence that would say that wave B low is already in. What could happen, because a wave B in itself is a 3-wave move, that we've done the wave A here, the wave B here, and we come down in the wave C. Which levels to watch out for? 1462 and 1444. I can tell you that below 1444 it will already get very unrealistic that we are still in this scenario. Then we might actually see another lower low and have to adjust the wave count. Unfortunately, a bit of uncertainty here at the moment. Primarily I would still expect it now to move higher from here, just purely because we retraced already quite a bit. But at the moment we need to be on the lookout also still here for lower levels. But eventually I would expect this to play out like that we will eventually move up into this region here in a wave C. So that's currently how it's looking. So again, primarily we would expect higher levels. However, a break below 1474 would suggest lower levels to the ones that I just indicated to you. And if we break above that 1605 level, that would suggest that we move to that 1771 level first. Could also stretch out all the way up to 1920. Yeah, and at the moment we can still be off, we can still entertain here the idea and the probability that it is going to move up from here in a wave C in another 5-wave move. Go to the lower level waves. What do we see here? So yeah, I mean this could indeed have been the wave B, but there's no evidence yet. And this here could have been the wave 1 of the wave C. We would now come down in the wave 2 of the wave C. But again, we get into micro counting here. So at the moment, for me, short-term trend is up, but we have to say that below, let me get that here, below that 1444 level, I would say the daily trend is shifting to the downside. It's just the 88.7% fib level. Above 1444, I would say we can focus on higher. Below that 88.7% fib level, it will just get unrealistic. And that's all I can tell you really at the moment. A lot of volatility today, we've seen that. And I mean, I bought sort of in this region here. I've got a stop loss at around 1405. Let's see if that works out. If not, I'm gonna look for lower entries. That's what it is. Okay, so hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.